Hey, Coach Oz here. So, are you finding that your workouts, you're not being consistent? You're not able to kind of get into a routine or even like a flow for longer than, say, a couple of weeks. You get there and it's just kind of like, man, I just can't seem to get a flow into your workout routine. Well, then this is definitely for you. So, here are 9 ways. Guaranteed there's probably more, but at least in my view, here are 9 reasons why your workouts are not sustainable. And number 1 has to do with the gym. If you've been going to the gym, even during, but maybe pre-COVID, and that's your so-called environment, as is mine, okay? And I speak on personal experiences as I do right now, right? I've had to so-called transition and right now to home workouts during the initial stages of COVID, but now I do a hybrid. And the reason why is that I love the gym. It's my thing. I get in there. I have obviously access to much more equipment than I do at home. And it just puts me in a space, earbuds on, and I do my thing. However, right now, I know that if I walk up the stairs in the gym and I already have a plan, which I do for my workouts of that specific day, what happens? I get up there and it's kind of like, well, that machine is no longer in use. They may have moved it, or because of social distancing, you can't use that one. There's only one person allowed to use the cable machine in my gym. There's only one bench with dumbbell area. The other bench is tied to the bench press. There's one squat rack. So, those are things where it's kind of like you got to basically come up with a fly. So your flow, your actual workout flow, is absolutely affected. And then plus the fact with COVID and the restrictions that people kind of are not, you're wearing a mask on, and when you're working out, you take it off, then you got to put it back on again. So that's your flow. So if your workout is your gym, then right now you're probably not in that right normal headspace as you were going to the gym. So this is why you kind of got to look at it and say, okay, is the gym really working for you? Maybe it's the commute, right? You have 30 minutes, but now you can't get a shower at the gym. So now you got to think, well, either does my office have a shower? Do I got to go home? Now I got to work out maybe in the morning because I can't get a shower at lunch. So the gym, if that's your area, I would say that's number 1 in terms of how it's affected people's kind of flow and getting into routine. So I would strongly think if it's not working for you, instead of being blocky, right, working out one day, 1 or 2 days a week, and then you just can't get there because you don't want to, you've got to look at your other environments when it comes to working out. Number 2, if you were doing 60-plus minute workouts constantly, that's your so-called thought as the only way you're going to actually improve, or that's what workouts supposedly need to be, is 60-plus minutes, then again, that's the wrong way of viewing it. Because guaranteed, if you're over 40, you're flat out, you're busy, you run a business, you got a family, whatever it is, you all don't have 60 minutes, most days of the week. So what I would suggest is be more time efficient to get effective workouts by working less. And in the end, you can actually get more benefits from, because again, consistency is the name of the game. You're looking for progress, but you're also looking for consistency long-term. So if you think in that 60 minutes is the only way to get a workout in, you're going to be like, I don't have 60 minutes, so I'm just going to wait till tomorrow when I do have 60 minutes, when in fact you could have said, I could easily get in a 25 or 30-minute workout, even though it might be a little less. Some days you might have 60 minutes, but other days, scale it back. So don't think that you need a certain duration in order to see progress. So that's number 2. Number 3, too much HIIT, too much intensity. If you're over 40, definitely this is going to be one that really hits you because your body's changing. You need to evolve. Your body is evolving, I should say, and so your training should evolve. So if you're constantly, regardless of your goal, you're doing nothing but hit, high-intensity interval training, you're just pummeling yourself to the ground, where you're just absolutely annihilated each workout. Yeah, that's a big calorie burn, there's no question, and you're pushing hard, right? But the no pain, no gain thing is completely oversimplified. Right? And it's really a stupid kind of process in a sense that you always need to be in pain in order to kind of achieve results. And when you're over 40, 50, you need to be much smarter at training. So you need to break down and do some varying workouts, whether it's strength, mobility, lower impact, high intensity, yes, but also lower intensity stuff. So if you're doing too much HIIT with not much recovery, then eventually something's going to give if it already has not. Just you're fatigued. Your joints are becoming sore. You're not getting the most of the workout. So that's number 3. Number 4, So number 4 was not enough recovery, which kind of can feed back off of number 3. So just ensuring that you're allowing for certain rest of your muscle groups, or you're allowing for maybe a day or so where you're doing like active recovery. You're outside, maybe walking, jogging outside, yard work, but you're allowing your muscles to relax. And if you have pain, then you need to really adhere to recovery, because recovery can be just as important as the actual work that you're putting in. So if you're not doing too much recovery, you're going to overtrain or cause an injury to yourself. Number 5, you don't really know what to do. So if you don't have a clue what to do, I don't need to elaborate on this, then clearly you're just not going to get any sort of flow or consistency, because you're going to be like, well, I don't really know. Today I might do this. You're wasting time, wasting energy, and clearly you're not going to get much results or progress because you just don't have a clue what to do, right? So seek advice, seek guidance, seek help, right? From somebody that can actually tailor a program specific to your needs that is injury proof, but also will get you to your results as fast as possible instead of just wasting your time. Number 6, same routine over and over. Obviously you'll be bored, but also you won't see the level of progress that you'll see, which will be a demotivator. So if you're just doing the same routine that you've been doing since the 90s or 80s for some people, right? Same isolation exercises, yet if your goal is fat loss or joint health, right? Then doing just simple isolated exercises, believe me, is back in the day that can work, and that was the thought process. But right now things are much more advanced and evolved, and so you need to kind of evolve your training, as I said before. Number 7, you don't do things that you enjoy. I don't care if it's a workout or wherever. If you're just going to a place, you're doing your workouts that you hate in the home, you hate in the gym, you just hate doing strength training, you hate running, but that's what you do, well then it doesn't take rocket science to know that you're not going to be able to sustain it because it's not enjoyable. You got to do some things that your body needs and your goals require. Yes, you do. Okay. However, you obviously need to mix in a significant part of activities, whatever that looks like for you, and whether it's by yourself or with a team or with some groups or with a training partner that you enjoy. Okay. Number 8, 2 more to go. You're not improving each week. And what I mean by that is not on the scale, right? I'm talking about if your workouts, you're not actually getting stronger, you're not getting like fitter, meaning like your conditioning, your fitness, right, is getting better, or your mobility and flexibility, especially those over 40, right? If you're not seeing basically improvements each week / each month, then again, it's a demotivator, but you're not getting the most out of your workout. So you're just going through the motions, which is again, not going to really produce what you're putting your hard time and effort in. So make sure you are actually progressing. And obviously you need to assess whether you are progressing. And if you need help with that, reach out. Lastly, number 9 is you're not seeing physical results. So again, if you're not seeing, if you had to take a picture, you're not being more defined, you're not being leaner, maybe you're not trimming around the midsection, whatever it is, the weight scale, right? If you're not seeing that on a regular basis, you're not assessing, right? Then that's going to be obviously the biggest probably demotivator for you to actually get into some consistent structure and a routine, because it's like, works for 2 weeks. Now I'm not seeing nothing for the next 3 weeks. Screw this. And then you restart. Okay. So those are 9 reasons why I think, that your workouts are not sustainable. Does any of them resonate with you? If they do, I would love to know. Reach out. If you're like, man, he hit on like 6 of the 9 that resonating with you, then listen. Your time is precious. You need to get the most out of your effort, right? You might be putting money into either a gym membership, or you bought some home equipment during COVID, or you invested in something else and you're not getting the most of it. Well, you know what? There's other options for you. So absolutely reach out. That is what I do. That is my wheelhouse, okay? If you're over 40 and you're fed up with not being able to get into a structured routine or not seeing the most out of your current routine, then literally the investment into your specific health, your fitness, okay, you'll get that ROI back, because you're going to get the most out of maybe utilizing your gym or utilizing your free time that you have, that you're obviously tailoring towards your health. So if you need any assistance with that, reach out. That's all for now.